So Seat Headrest is one of my favorite bands, and today we're going to be ranking their albums from weakest to strongest, or from worst to best, in my humble opinion. Let's go. Coming in number last is going to be little pieces of paper with no written on them. I don't really like that name, to be honest, and this album, well, it's not bad. It has its moments. The best track being I Can Talk With My Eyes Shut. It's just a very forgettable compilation of leftovers from the worst Seat Headrest era. Nothing really too special. Number 15. Their first album. Now, I put this above little pieces of paper with no written on them just because I think the track Kid War is better than any of the tracks on that previously named album. But still, the same issues apply. 2. Certainly an improvement over 1. They started to, you can see a lot more of their potential in this album. The best song being Then It Will Be Exactly the Same as Earth. However, still mostly forgettable, lo-fi slacker stuff. Very amateur. Not that that's a bad thing by any means. Just doesn't entirely work for me. Teens of Denial. Now, people really like Teens of Denial, and I can see why. But I think it just loses a lot of the originality because it is primarily, if not all, just remasters of earlier tracks, which is fine if you're going to release as a compilation, but it's counted as an album, and it also is one of their most acclaimed albums. I just don't really see it. The best songs, however, being 1937 State Park and Destroyed by Hippie Powers, and still a decent album. So most people prefer Teens of Denial to Teens of Style. I prefer Teens of Style just because, well, the same issues apply. I just think it's a better crop of songs, the best two being Times to Die and Mod Gone, both remasters from Monomania, which you'll be seeing that one a lot later. 4 is a weird album. It's my second favorite of the numbered albums, and probably the most interesting of the bunch. It has a lot of weird ideas that don't entirely work, but still a decent listen. The best tracks being Even the Who Knows and The Ghost of Bob Saget. Now we're moving into the top 10. These are the ones I actually really like. Coming in at number 10 is the Starving While Living EP. The best tracks being Reuse the Cells and No Starving. It's their horniest album. What more do you want? Dejected Member. A pretty cool and underrated one. I believe this is the last compilation on the list that is primarily a compilation of older material. Best tracks being Drunk on a Work Night, Sinner, When Will My Man Come, and Memories. It's worth checking out if you're a big fan, but it's not going to be for everyone. It's another pretty weird album. Please let this matter. Mad Low. Making a Door Less Open. Their incredibly controversial latest album from this year. I personally like it a lot. I think it's very good. The best tracks being Weightlifters, Can't Cool Me Down, and Famous, which is a top-tier Seat Headrest song and one of the best outros he's ever done. It has some bad moments and some slobby executed ideas, but he's always been experimenting with different sounds. This feels like a stepping stone more than anything, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do next with this new electronic sound. Now we're getting into the great ones. My Back Is Killing Me Baby, the standout being Something Soon, which is maybe my favorite Seat Headrest song, and the rest of the album is very good. Some of the best of the more lo-fi albums, to be sure. How to Leave Town EP. It's just a very emotional and poignant album. I'm repeating myself a lot in this video. The best tracks being the ending of Dramine and Hey Space Cadet, Beast Monster Thing in Space. And a good introduction to Seat Headrest. Nervous Young Man, which is the longest Seat Headrest album, I'm pretty sure. The best tracks being We Can't Afford Your Depression Anymore, Don't Remind Me, Jerks, Crows, Rest in Bigger Pieces Mix, Big Jacket, and Just Tired. This is the only album that almost made me cry, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Just at the side of me. So by a million miles, the best numbered album is 3. It has just the best bunch of songs from any of the numbered albums. The lyrics are at their absolute best here of the very, very early ones, and they fit with the sound, the super muddy sound the most here. I just think it's the one that works the most for me. The best song being the version of Oh Starving on this thing, which is fantastic. Number 3 is the 2018 version of Twin Fantasy. Number 2 is the 2011 version of Twin Fantasy, which I like a little bit more than the 2018 version. I just kind of put them back to back like that just because the same album. One is just a direct remaster, which I think took away a little bit of the emotional impact of it. This one, the 2011 version, being an absolute masterpiece, the best songs being My Boy, Beach Life and Death, Stop Smoking, High to Death, Nervous Young and Humans, Bodies, and Famous Prophets. And that leaves us with Monomania, which is my favorite Seat Headrest album, and the one I would recommend listening to first, as well as How to Leave Town. The best songs being on here: Romantic Theory, Misheard Lyrics, Times to Die, Souls, Overexposed, Mod Gun, and Sleeping with Strangers. I know people like to say it's the incel album, but you know, what can I say? That's it.
I'm just a face out in the crowd. I threw myself into my studies to have the world in my control. I vaporize the competition. Nobody understands me. It's not evil.
The best sex, the best tracks